Fix them up. Down, log. Down, kick. Down, action. Oh, fuck. Good, hang. Down, good. What is happening, people? It's Uncle Nick. I know it has been a while for me. I'm normally posting stuff multiple times a week, but unfortunately, I've been pretty busy and sidetracked with some other things, but we are getting back on track here with this video. There have been a lot of things going on since Miles' competition. We've had various media licensing companies reaching out to us, which is awesome because then Miles gets to be put in front of an even bigger audience. The dude has gotten well over 11 million views on the internet. I'm so glad he's been able to be put in front of so many people. So it's not us that just get to get inspired by him, but it's you guys and everyone around the world gets to see him do his thing because he's truly an inspiration. Another thing that's been going on is I'm down to my last 2 weeks of training. So my last month is pretty regimented. I work events most of the time. So it doesn't give me the opportunity to get a lot of content for you guys because it is so event oriented that there's really no variation in my training. I would literally be giving you guys the same thing over and over again, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to make a video without any substance for you guys to take away from it, because then I'm not doing my job and I'm letting you guys down. And I feel like as a content creator, if I'm not giving you guys substance, I'm not doing you guys any justice at all. So I really do apologize for the length of time it did take me to get another video out to you guys, but I really appreciate you guys sticking around for me. I really appreciate it. It means so much. So thank you guys for sticking around for the next video to come out. Also, I do want to do a Q&A because I'm in the last few weeks of my training. I'm pretty busy, very focused on my events and trying to get some last minute things done, get my game plan so I go in with a foolproof plan so I'm consistent across the board. So if you guys do have questions, I would love to do a Q&A in the near future. So drop those Q&A comments in the comment section down below. Give me some good stuff, guys. It's been a while since I've done a Q&A. And the last one was my bad because I did mention at the end of the video and apparently it didn't get out to my full audience. So I do apologize for that. Yes, that means some of you people out there aren't watching the whole video. That's noted. So I'm putting it in the front of this one. So if your attention span is 3 minutes, which should be most people, mine's probably like 45 seconds. Then this should get to you. So with that all being said, I have a lot of event training, so I'm going to do a kind of like a mini series of basically my training leading up to the official Strongman Games, kind of like my road to the official Strongman Games World Championships. So it brings you guys in on what I'm doing to prepare mentally, physically, training-wise, all that stuff. On this one, you guys are gonna see some clips of my overhead press medley. That is something I have been doing very well with, I think personally. I hit those numbers all the way back in Alan Thrall's out in California. I hit comp weight events. But I know I can do comp weight, so I'm drawing back on the weight and I'm working my speed, timing, and strategy. Now, we can pick any event order we want. Unlike the last competition I had, I saw these 4 implements, the axle, the log, the dumbbell, and the keg. I can pick any order I want. It's not a set order. So I had been training it in the order I was familiar with, which was axle, log, dumbbell, keg. But I decided to revamp that just a little bit and go in an order basically from the implement that I'm the least efficient at all the way to the implement that I'm the most efficient at. What that order would look like would be the keg, the log, the axle, then the dumbbell. Now the continental clean used to be my kryptonite, but I drilled that pretty hard for a long time. I was able to pretty much be able to get very efficient at that clean. That was the biggest part. If I can clean the log, if I can clean the axle, and I can clean the keg, I can press those implements. Dumbbell's another story, but the dumbbell's only 165. That's why it's at the end. That is pretty much in any given day implement for me at that weight. So that is my most efficient. That is why that is in the end. Then my axle is second to last because at 280, 285, I can pretty much clean that one time, bump, and go right into the press. Then my log is second because I feel like as an implement, as far as the implement goes, that is the biggest clean out of them all. It's the most cumbersome implement. it is probably the most uncomfortable for me as far as the rack position, so I want to get that out of the way early when I have a little more in the tank. Now the keg is first because that is the clean I struggle the most with, and it is something that I've been working very hard at this entire time. So that is why that is first. I want to be fresh, and if I'm fresh, I can hopefully one-time it straight up into the lockout position instead of having to waste a second or two and re-driving and getting a 3-inch press right into lockout. Because pressing a keg, once you get into the shoulder position, it's literally 3 inches to lock it out. So that is why the keg and logger, the first two implements in that order, is because I can do them a lot faster when I'm fresher. And fatigue won't affect me as much on the last two because I'm a little more efficiency at them. I'm a little more efficient at them. So when the fatigue starts to set in, if it does set in, then I will have a little more leeway for mistakes because I'll be able to correct them under a lot more stress than I would with the first two. So that is my game plan going into this press medley with those 4 implements.
I'm not anybody right now, but say that you
Now coming in the near future, I will be doing another deadlift video where my head's at, where I'm feeling with my deadlifts. I'll be doing something on stones, my carry medley, yoke medley, all that stuff. So I will bring you guys all up to speed on that. But that is really about it for this video. I just want to bring you guys up to speed on everything that's been going on. So until the next time, you guys know what the deal is. Get out there, get after it, and embrace, my camera's dying, the suck.